Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacqueline Gibson and I'm a professional astrologer using the whole sign house system. Today we're looking at the astrology from October 20th through October 31st. If you have Capricorn Rising, the transit of Mercury conjunct Mars is happening in your 11th house, highlighting social interactions, your friendships, your social group, and any kind of community that you align yourself with. This dynamic encourages assertive communication with your friends and the groups that you associate with. So the caution here is to just be mindful that your assertiveness isn't more like bulldozing. So you just want to be cautious of that, especially how it affects like the other people in your social group. So during this time, the suggestion is to just focus on collaboration versus asserting only your will within the group. So be willing to listen as well as to share. On October 21st, the new moon in Libra is happening in your 10th house. And this can be related to new beginnings having to do with your career as well as your public reputation. This could be a time of some kind of career advancement for you over the next 2 weeks. This is a good time for starting new projects having to do with your career or to set new career goals. And if career goals don't really align with you, then what this time is indicating is more having to do with goals in your public life or having to do with your public reputation. So it would still have to do with the public and how you present yourself out in the world, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with career if that doesn't apply to you. On October 22nd, the sun moves into Scorpio in your 11th house, and Neptune will move into Pisces in your 3rd house. This indicates a time of letting go in your social connections, your friendships, or your social relationships. And at the same time, Neptune retrograding back into your 3rd house could indicate some confusion having to do with communication, especially with regard to your local community and your siblings. This is a good time for socializing. You just want to be aware of any misunderstandings or the potential for misunderstanding at this time. And you can avoid that just through clear communication. So just think before you speak. On October 24th, the sun in Scorpio is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. And this highlights tension between your friendships and your personal aspirations against like a backdrop of your finances and your own self-worth. Conflicts could arise during this time around your values and what you value. And this could lead to you reassessing how your social circle impacts your financial goals. So, this is a good time to focus on balancing your social life with your financial responsibilities. From October 24th through October 26th, Mercury in your 11th house is trining Jupiter in your 7th and Saturn in your 3rd. So this aspect can indicate enhanced communication in your friendships as well as your partnerships. And this could be a time of growth and like meaningful discussions, like real talk during this time in those areas. So you want to just use this time to like clarify any misunderstandings in your social groups, in your partnerships, or just with any of your friends or your people. And you can also use this for like longer conversations that have to do with any collaborative efforts that you have in those areas or collaborative projects. From October 27th through October 28th, Mars in the 11th house will trine Jupiter and Saturn. This aspect can boost your energy as far as engaging with your partnerships or your social groups, your friends. And this can be a good time for setting goals with the people that you associate with. However, it's still just a good time to remember to think before you speak. Wherever Mars is involved, we have a tendency to act first, think later. So you just want to be cautious of that. From October 28th to October 29th, Mercury will be trining Neptune in the 3rd house. So this can definitely indicate imaginative communication. So you could have really creative exchanges during this time. You just want to be cautious of any really confusing communication and any reactions to confusion regarding communication. On October 29th, Mercury will move into Sagittarius and immediately oppose Uranus in your 6th house. During this time, you can expect sudden revelations having to do with your work or your work environment, or having to do with your health, and that can be your physical health or your mental health. This transit highlights breakthroughs or breakdowns having to do with physical health or mental health. So there's could be some type of unresolved issue that requires your attention. This doesn't by itself indicate like a long-term illness, because this is a fast-moving transit, but it's just a good time to focus on how you take care of yourself, what that looks like, and maybe incorporating something new that you've never thought of doing before into your regular routine. Maybe like a new nutrition regimen or a new exercise routine, something like that.